Hello and welcome back. My name is Erica and we are prepping for my kids' birthday party. So this whole video is going to be all about birthday party prep. So if you don't know, I have two daughters and they are almost exactly 2 years apart. They are 4 days shy of being 2 days apart. And so, yeah, their birthdays are super close, which means that we pretty much celebrate them around the same time every year. This year, it happens to be we've got one birthday on Wednesday and the other birthday on Sunday. And of course, we do individual celebrations, just little ones on their actual birthday, because I want them to feel special and I want them to be individual. They're not twins or anything like that, so we can celebrate their birthdays separately. But this year we are actually going to be doing a party. Now, throwing big parties gives me anxiety. When my oldest daughter turned 1, we threw her a huge birthday party, and I was anxious the whole time. And I know it's not about me, but it's just not my favorite thing to do. And so we've thrown birthday parties since then for them, always together. Just it's more convenient that way, and they're little and they don't care right now. But since moving to Florida, we have not had a proper birthday party for them. First year we were down here, my parents came and visited, and then last year we took them to the zoo and did some fun things that we don't normally do. And this year they really have wanted a birthday party. And of course, they want to do parties at places like Sky Zone and things like that. And it's very expensive to do parties like that. And with the holidays coming up and we might have some trips that we'll be taking, that's just not where we wanted to spend our money. However, I still wanted to give them a party experience. And so where we live, most of their friends live in our little neighborhood. And so they're always playing together, and the majority of our friends live near us. So where we live, we have an area where we can have a party. It's like a gazebo type thing, and it's right near where we live. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a small party with probably like 8 kids in total. And then if the weather's nice, we can go swimming and all of that. And so the kids, I talked to them and finally figured out it's not really a theme. They couldn't agree on a theme. But I was like, is there a color that you guys like that we could maybe, do the decorations around? And they chose blue. And so one of their favorite things to do is to do like little picnics. They're always talking about wanting to do picnics outside where we're going to have their party. And so we're going to do like a picnic party. And so my thought process is I have one tablecloth that's like gingham. I don't know. It's like a picnic tablecloth. I've used it in one of these videos. So that's kind of where my head's going. And I thought I could get some flowers to put on the table and not anything crazy, but just, a cute little blue picnic situation. And so I thought it'd be fun to just walk you through my week as I prepare. I am going to be honest, I have not put a lot of effort and thought into this. I've actually been sick. I don't know if you can tell by my voice. I've been sick for the last 4 or 5 days. I'm finally feeling about 85-90% better. So we're in party planning mode right now. And I also want to nail down the menu today. Again, it's going to be snacks, but I'm thinking I'm going to make dill dip, and I'm going to maybe like those little weenies, cocktail weenies, like a cheese and sausage tray, fruit. I don't know what else. The cake that they want me to make a cake, which I do every year. And they wanted a lemon blueberry cake because the blueberries are blue and they wanted to tie that in. And so I'm going to make a lemon blueberry cake. I picked up some I have some frosting tips, but I think I could only find one. So I got some more frosting tips and like couplers so I can actually frost the cake. We'll see. I'm not amazing at it, but it doesn't matter as long as it tastes good and they love it. But yeah, I'll check in tomorrow. So I know this isn't the typical video that I put out, but this all revolves around homemaking and doing things for your family. And I am cheap. I don't like to spend a lot of money, especially on things that don't matter as much. Now, what I mean by that in this case is the party, like the decorations and the food and stuff, doesn't matter as much as the experience. And so, I still spent a decent amount on supplies. I went to Target and got some really inexpensive things, and the Dollar Tree had a lot. And those things don't matter so much as the experience. The kids being with their friends, that's the memory that they're going to have. They are not going to remember the decorations that I put in. They're going to remember how they felt at their party, how we made them feel, and the time they got to spend with their friends. And regardless of that, I still want to make it special in terms of the food and things like that. And they came with me to pick out some of those things at the Dollar Tree, and we kind of decided on a menu. And like I said at the beginning, they picked out the kind of cake that they wanted. And really, beyond that, that's all they really cared about. They were just excited to be with their friends. So, on my part, I just want to give them a great experience, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that. I was talking with my husband, and I was telling him, I just want to throw a party like we had back in the 90s and early 2000s, where it was at somebody's house, and you went over there, you invited all your friends, you hung out, had good food, blew out the candles, and then you went and played. I didn't have any activities planned for this party except that we would maybe go swimming because we have a pool where we live. And it was a nice enough day where we got to do that. So the kids ran around and just played make believe, and naturally they kind of split into different groups based on personalities. And we ate and had cake, and then we went to the pool. And it was so simple and so fun, and the kids really enjoyed themselves. And that is what matters. But I did want it, like I said, I wanted things to be special. So here I am making the cake. Now, the cake, I cheated a little bit, not gonna lie. I do enjoy making things from scratch. But when it comes to cake, I feel like it doesn't really matter that much. So I used a box mix, just a lemon box mix. I used 2 boxes, which gave me 4 layers, and then I did like a semi-homemade type situation. I don't know if you ever watched Sandra Lee back in the day on the Food Network. She's very much known for her boozy content. It's kind of funny actually, but I used to watch her, and she made things semi-homemade where you might use a mix for a cake, and then you jazz it up with homemade other like components. So with this cake, I made a homemade lemon curd that I was going to put in between each layer. So that's what I'm doing now. And if you've never made lemon curd, it's pretty easy actually. I'll leave all of the links to the recipes from this video. I don't even think I got footage of everything. I tried, it was a really busy week. But the lemon curd was so good. I've made it one other time prior to this. We made like a lemon chiffon cake, which was really fun. It's so good. I used a different recipe in this. The 2 that I've tried were really great. And then I made a homemade buttercream, just a basic buttercream recipe. Again, I'll leave that down below. But then I added in just some blueberries they were frozen. I melted them down, excuse me, and then I blended them up, and I just added them to the buttercream. And it was so good. I got so many compliments. This is honestly the best cake in terms of decorating that I've ever done. I don't make a lot of cakes because, I don't know, I don't like to have sweets in the house because I'll eat them. And my husband doesn't even like cake really that much. So usually I'll make him like fruit pizza for his birthday. And for me, like, I don't know. I don't usually make a whole cake for my birthday. But anyway, so I've got like 1 shot a year.
to make a cake, and I feel like I'm getting better. I was really proud of myself. I got a lot of compliments, which I wasn't going for, but I really enjoy, making food that people like. So, the biggest part of planning this party was mostly the food prep, and I totally went overboard. I made way too much food, but that's okay because then we had stuff to eat throughout the week, like little snacks. But we've got the cake, that is out of the way. Now I'm focusing on all of the other little snackety type things. So, the biggest thing that I made was a quote unquote salad. If you're from the Midwest, you're probably familiar with these types of salads. Um, it is just like a macaroni salad. I used mayo, sour cream, and Greek yogurt. Usually it's just sour cream and mayo, but I lightened it up a little bit. I used light mayo and added a little bit of Greek yogurt to add some protein. Is it perfect? No, but it's a party, so it is what it is, and it feeds a lot of people. Then you just mix in some ranch seasoning and some dill. I used, I loosely went off of a recipe that I found. The one I found had bacon in it, cheese cubes, and peas. I'm not a huge fan of peas, so I swapped that out for some broccoli. And so that looks like a lot of dressing, but I made a lot of noodles, like way too many noodles. I didn't even use all the noodles. We used them for supper that night. But anyway, so that was that recipe. And then I moved on to making a fruit dip. I just put together it's almost like you're making an icing, a cream cheese icing. So cream cheese, I think I used half and half vanilla and then a little powdered sugar. And then I had some homemade caramel that I had in the fridge, and I just threw that in there to use it up and make it taste more like a caramel dip. And then I put that on the fruit tray, which I didn't get any end footage of, or I can't find it for some reason. But on the fruit tray, I had strawberries and blueberries, grapes, and apple slices. And so this dip tastes good with all of those. And then I had a veggie tray as well. And for the veggie tray, I just made some homemade dill dip. I have that recipe up on my blog. I'll have that link down below as well. And then I just did a cheese and sausage tray with some crackers. So we had that. Oh, and then we had those little smokies with barbecue sauce. And that was it. Then we had some drinks for everybody. And like I said, super simple, just focused on being together and being with friends. I didn't get any shots of the decorations either because most of the shots had the kids in them. I forgot to get anything before they came, and I'm not going to share children on the internet. But yeah, we just did. I blew up, well, all of us actually, we all blew up some different colors of blue balloons and clear balloons and ones with confetti. And then you saw earlier I got the balloon arch tape or balloon tape. And basically you just stick the end in the tape. And so it makes like a little balloon. You can make an arch or just kind of like drape it, which is what I did. And then I got a happy birthday sign or like, strung on some string. Got that at Target. And we did blue tablecloths, and I got some flowers, and that was it. It was really cute, really special. Like I said, my kids just had so much fun, and we all enjoyed ourselves. So, thank you so much for being here. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. But maybe this will make you feel a little bit better about throwing simplistic parties for your kids. You don't have to be a Pinterest mom if you don't want to be. If you want to be, that's okay too. But you can throw a memorable and great party for your kids without spending a lot of money, and they will have so much fun. If you want to see more videos like this about simplified homemaking, easy recipes, DIY projects, all that fun stuff, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video. But again, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.